Do you feel pressure to be married?
No, I don't feel pressure to be married, but the reality of life is that for me, life is better in a marriage. So, um, yes, you can be happy all by yourself, but once you already know what it's like, it's kind of like, you know, you want to go back. So you know how good it can be, you know how productive it can be, you know how you want your life to turn out, you know how you want your kids' life to turn out. So it's like a long-term strategy. When you look long term, maybe temporarily it might be a tough to get or tough to endure, but long term, when you look back on your life, when you see parents together for a very long time and you see what they produced, and you want that big family, you want that long-term success for your family. So marriage provides that. I don't think that society is pressuring us to get married. I think they're doing the opposite right now.
All right. What about you, Ash? You feel pressure to be married?
Not at all. I do not feel pressured whatsoever. I am moving according to divine timing. When I feel as though that I am ready, and I feel as though that I am connected to the rib cage that I'm supposed to be with, then like I need to be a virtuous woman first. I need to have my foundation first before I'm even found. Um, so no, I do not feel pressured. As Miss Ruth said, society is definitely kind of changing the trajectory to make us kind of in the single parent household. However, I don't let that deter me. I come from a two parent household, so of course I have a great outlook on what a mature and real relationship should be. So I'm just preparing myself for that with no pressure at all.
Okay. Let's play a little bit of this clip and then we'll go ahead. You want to say something, Sweeney? Okay.
Kids or they're married or stuff.
Mhm.
So it's kind of almost like it's not pressure. It was pressure back then, but now I'm like, listen, when it happened, it happened. I'm not really like rushing too much, but I guess for my dad, I'm the only like kid for him, so I guess he's kind of like oh, what's up, So it's kind of that.
I think
Okay.
when you get older, especially for me at least, as a woman, like I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm starting to think more about marriage and kids because like I'm on this clock.
That's the problem.
And
is
it's
the
like
clock.
the older I get, the more chances I run into having like a terrible pregnancy.
Right.
And I don't want that.
Right.
And so it's like as I'm getting older, I'm thinking, okay, I'm dating, right? But I'm like, I want that person I'm dating. We need to be on the next step. Now, no, not like a lot of pressure,
You're
but
dating
just
with
like,
intent instead of just
yeah, just making sure that like, okay, I'm doing this with a purpose because
Gotcha.
I don't have time to be playing around with people. I don't.
At what age you think that pressure starts to hit?
30.
30. Okay.
Whew,
30.
really? Maybe because of my family. I was feeling it at like 25, and I was like, y'all gotta chill. It's
Shout out to them.
it's super early.
What about
And you said women start to feel that pressure at around 30. Other girl said 25. I'm gonna go to you, Day West. You feel pressure to be married?
Honestly, I don't feel pressure at all. The only thing that make me feel pressure to get married is the economy, honey, because we need some more heads in this house to pay these bills. Other than that, I'm at peace when not having to be linked to nobody else. And that's my honest truth.
Trev, I know you heard Day West speak. How do you feel about what she said?
I feel like there is a bit of pressure, right? There is a bit of pressure to be married. At the end of the day, as women, your biological clock is ticking. So no matter what, if you want to have children and not out of wedlock, then you have a limited amount of time. 35 is the age of geriatric pregnancy, right? And let's not act like we don't understand that we age and we don't age like fine wine as much as we'd like to, right? If your beauty is fading, unfortunately, for most of us, right? If we, not everyone, there are some people who are, they don't age nearly as much, but it happens, right? And even if you don't look like your age and your body still is, kids are very important to most women, and that you have a window, right? Once you start getting past 35, it becomes more and more dangerous. So that's one thing. Not to mention, you want to be able to chase your kids around, play with them, stuff like that. And the older you get, the less opportunities you have for long-term relationships. Now, men will continue to pursue you, but the reasons they pursue you begin to change after a certain age, and that's just reality. We could accept it or not, right? But yeah, and unless marrying is not your thing, and I will say that marriage is not for everyone. But if you do want to get married to someone who you value, then there is a bit of pressure. The women who end up with men are the ones who feel that pressure, and they date with intention, right? The women who are out there, they practice strategic placement. They make sure they are where the men that they want are, right? And they try their best to be virtuous. They try their best to be feminine, and it's very deliberate. So if you're not doing that, then maybe you don't feel the pressure. And if you don't feel the pressure and you try to hit a buzzer beater at 34 or 49, like it's not going to work out the way you want it to. So, because your options slim down, it is what it is. Men from 18 to 75 are attracted to women that are 18 to 25, right? They are attracted to beauty and fertility. That's biology. Hate it or love it. It is what it is. I'll leave it there.
Okay. Marcus White, I want to come to you, sir. What advice would you give your daughter about marriage?
I think about different advice for both of them. I gotta wait till their personalities develop a little bit more. So just based off how they are right now, my oldest daughter 100% need to marry a very nice man. Like like what y'all call a simp is who she need to marry. My youngest daughter, she may be able to marry in between. I probably want to see them marry between 21 and 25, honestly. If they make it past 24, then we need to get a career plan together so that they can potentially be in a position to take care of themselves. Because I do think that it changes the older that you get, the way your options are. Because she may not like the options that she presented with after that age. I don't know. I got to see where their life going though. They so young right now that it, and the way the world is set up, the possibilities is endless. But I would like for them to eventually be married. But I know me and Mr. Lego was talking about this before. I'm not pushing my children out the house, and I'm not trying to push them away. So even if they just wanted to use their credit and build on the land that we already have, I'd be fine with that. So it doesn't necessarily require them separating and going to foster a family outside of what we have going on. They could just create a branch or an extension. I think I'm gonna be big on that with instilling family values in them.
So when you say that you're not pushing your kids, is it both? Is it the same rules for the son?
No, it's different rules. I'm not pushing my son out the house, but I would definitely I do not. I'll be the first to admit it. I don't think men and women are the same. I don't think they're equal. I think they're both equally important, but they have very different roles within society and interactions with each other. So my son, I would like to mirror my ideology as far as what his role within the family would be. And ideally, I would like my daughters to mirror what my wife, their mom ideology is. But the way society has influences, I'm gonna see how that plans out. That's why I say I can't tell all the way yet. I plan on being this pivotal influence and stopping a lot of this stuff from happening. But people are individuals.